to lead us off.
Coach, the news just came out that he's signed Brindley to 2 years. Obviously he's been playing phenomenally, so just a little bit on that.
Yeah, he's been great. He's a young guy. He's still developing his game, but we've seen nothing but good from him. You know what I mean? Like he was great in training camp, and he was good in exhibition, and he's been really good for us in regular season too. And he does a little bit of everything. Has great skill, a great motor. He's relentless. Fits the Avs identity. I think it's a great signing, and super happy to have him locked up for another couple of years. I think the sky's the limit for him.
You talked about last week that maybe you were missing some guys still that were out with injury that you could use in overtime. Gavin Brindley provides something. Maybe some of those guys that are out. Is that something that he gave you guys a spark of in overtime?
Yeah, for all the reasons that I just said. That's kind of why I used him. He's a great skater. He's hard on pucks. He's a responsible defensive guy, but he also has a lot of skill. Great hands, great shot, all those things. And you see it the other night. And yeah, it's just, getting guys comfortable, making sure they understand it. And I think we have a bunch of players that can play in overtime. I think some of the players we've used can be better than they've been in overtime and have been in past. So, but the more options you have, the better off you are. If someone's having a tough night, you can go to somebody else, and in different situations, you can use different guys. We really like OC's speed, obviously, on it, and Val, and why we use a lot of those guys, because speed can create you scoring chances in overtime if you're defending the right way.
Wedgwood go tonight?
Pardon me? Wedgwood, yes.
You saw both goaltenders deployed in England this past weekend. What did you think of Mackenzie Blackwood's second performance?
I thought he was good. Yeah, that was a tough game to play. They made it hard on us at our net front. They put a lot of pucks there and a lot of traffic there. It was a lot of mad scrambles. But I also think that's good for Mackenzie. It was a little bit different in San Jose. Bigger gaps between scoring chances against and less shots, and that was a busy game for him. So I think still working through knocking some rust off of his game and getting back in like a busy game like that to kind of remind him what it's going to look like is good, and the practice time's good. So we're at home here for a little bit. We'll get some good practice in. So pretty happy with the growth from his game 1 to game 2.
Jared, has the consistency of your lines lately, has that been the catalyst for momentum, all the good things having you guys right now?
Yeah. I think all year they've been pretty good, pretty consistent. We haven't had a lot of passengers on any given night. Some nights some guys play better than others, but it's where our depth comes in. And we saw that in the Edmonton game, everybody firing on all cylinders, and we're able to have a good offensive night. We looked like we lacked some jump in the Vancouver game and some pop. It was a late night. Both teams played back-to-back, but I thought they outskated us for a good part of that night. So we ended up kind of mixing up our lines a little bit in that game. And again, it's just a luxury that we have. If we have some guys going, we can give them a little bit more ice time. If we have some guys not, then we can shrink their ice time a little bit. And, we end up pulling out a big win in Vancouver. But everyone's been pretty consistent to this point in the season, which is why our record is where it is.
Sorry if I missed this, but what to you is the ceiling for a player like Gavin Brindley?
Well, I think he can be a top 6 forward in this league. Yeah. He plays bigger than his size. The motor, the relentlessness, the skill level, and the brain to go with it is all there. So I think it's really high. He's being used in that role because there's guys I trust higher in the lineup, guys that I want to be part of it and that have played those roles before, and they're doing a great job. But on, for example, the Vancouver game, he goes with Nate in the third period, almost sends him in on a 2-on-1. Then Nate's line scores. He's part of that. Then he's out in overtime, and then he scores himself. I think that's repeatable from him, So we'll keep trying to move him up when he's really going or when other guys are struggling, and if not, then he just makes our team deeper and more dangerous offensively while he's playing in the bottom 6.
How did you see him respond to the trade and coming over as a young player, new organization, all that?
Great, optimistic from day one, exceptional work ethic from day one. And not just that, like I don't know how much, he was penalty killing before. Certainly was on every power play on every team that he ever played on. Started not on our power play, started penalty killing through exhibition and early in the year. We still have Kivy Rant and OC out who have done that for us, and he's been good. He's taken a little smaller role in the penalty kill here lately, but now he's on the second power play. He's a well-rounded player, and he's willing to learn and add to his toolbox to be able to get more minutes.
This Ducks team is really rolling right now.
Yeah.
What have you seen from them, just in what you've been able to watch?
Dangerous offensive team. And even if it's not in the number of chances they're getting, they are finishing everything off. They get a chances in the back of the net. So really good work ethic, playing at a high pace, deep roster, a lot of young kids that are coming into their own, highly talented. They've been good on both sides of it, both defensively and offensively, but especially at finishing off their chances, they've been really good. They're the top offense in the National Hockey League.
Is this a team like you saw last year that you were thinking this could be a problem in a year or two?
Yeah,
seeing all those
100%. Yeah.
Last few, go ahead, Jesse.
We talk all the time about the process over the results at this point in the season. You guys are up 9-1 against Edmonton with 60 seconds left. You guys are the ones pushing the pace with an 8-goal lead. Is that an example of details, process, and just building the right habits? Doesn't matter what the score is, what time of year it is?
I think it's important. It's part of the message that we're sending. I think, and the guys have bought into that early in the year. And we feel good about our offensive game. We do. On most nights we're creating plenty of chances to win the game. The difference for me and where our record is now is because of the commitment on the other side of it. It's happened earlier. The guys they're more bought into it. They understand what it's going to look like later in the year, and why not get to it right away and sort of build those habits. So it's a commitment. It's a responsibility of our group at this point. It's been really good. It's not always perfect, but I like the conscience that we're playing with. And again, doesn't matter time or score. We still want everyone to do the right things, and we did that. We had some breakdowns against Edmonton, no question. But I think when you get in tight games, it starts to show. I didn't love our first period or second period in Van. Like I said, I think we got outskated for part of that, but I thought our third period was our best period, and we end up getting a win out of that. So we'll take it and move on and try to improve for tonight, which will be a tough game. Really good team coming back off the road. Not a lot of rest here for us recently. Again, that's why we went optional this morning and try to put our guys in the best situation to have success tonight.
Bailey, finish with that.
LOC and Sam Gerard out before morning skate today. Sam Gerard in a full contact jersey. Is there any update on when we might see him?
Yeah, he's getting really close. So it'll be on this homestand he'll play. Yeah, and OC's still working through some things to try and get back. I'm hoping he's getting close too, but he won't be as early as G.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Initial reaction, response hearing that news?
Yeah, obviously excited to be a part of this group, and some pretty elite players in here and a lot of very good guys. So we've had a lot of fun so far, and hopefully we can keep it going.
What are you most proud of in what you've done through these games to start the season here with Colorado?
Yeah, I think just coming off last year, not the best year for myself, and just getting back to my game and getting back to I know what works, and it's been good so far. So excited, very fortunate, and pumped to keep her going.
How has your game changed since you've come to the Avs?
I don't know if it's changed much. I think just the hard work aspect of it, I think just honing in on that, and it's easy when guys like Kels and Barty are playing really well too. So it's been a lot of fun, and not much else to say about it, but it's been good.
When it comes to your line mates too, building as much chemistry as you have with them, what have you learned from them playing through 16 games so far?
Yeah, a lot. I think they're both very aware of what's going on the ice, and we don't have much room for error. And it's been fun communicating with these guys and having a lot of fun on the ice. And I feel like that's the most important thing is having fun at what you're doing and just taking it day by day. So it's been good.
You mentioned last year, kind of it being a tough year. Was there any moment during the season where you kind of looked at yourself, looked at the mirror, or any turning point that led you to this point in the extension?
Yeah, I think just honestly going back home for the summer and just getting back to work. I think that was the biggest thing for me is just being home and being back with my buddies and kind of just taking a break from hockey, to be honest, and kind of getting away from it. And yeah, it was great summer and good to get a fresh start somewhere else. And it's been great so far here. I've loved it.
What did you do this summer, or in the summer specifically?
I don't think much changed, to be honest. I think just being at home, being in Florida, I love it. I love being there. I love being with my buddies and love skating with those guys. And I think it helps all of us get better. So I think it's been great and keep it going.
What excites you the most about signing with this group?
I think the possibility win, obviously. I think every year we have a really good chance to make a deep run, and it's been great to learn from these guys, and it's pretty exciting.
Any coincidence that you scored a game-winning or overtime goal and you get this contract?
Yeah, I don't know. Pretty funny how that works, but yeah, very fortunate. Happy that they believed in me, and excited, very excited.
You weren't exactly a fourth-line player in college, junior and minors, I should say. How have you adjusted to that so well?
Yeah, I think it's something that I could do, and I feel like it's something that I've shown in past tournaments and stuff like that when they need me to do it. And I think it's been great. I think it's good to learn that part of your game and learn kind of that grindy aspect of it and try to make an impact every time you get in the ice. So it's been good and very fun so far, and excited.
Did you have a pinch me moment today? Like you were saying, overtime winner a couple nights ago, 2-year contract extension today. Did you have a moment this morning where you had to kind of stop and catch your breath?
No, I don't know. Last night was good. Ordered some food and just kind of hung out. And big game tonight. Excited to play this team. Got a couple buddies over there, and that'll be fun. They're a fun, exciting group, and I think this will be a good test for us tonight.
Take us back to the trade, and I mean, what was your reaction to that? Did you see it as a fresh start? Like, what did you think when you came over here?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't really know what to think. I wasn't really thinking about that in that time and place when it happened, and I don't know, a lot of different emotions. I feel like positives and negatives getting traded that young and kind of going through it. But I feel like it's good to go through it early and kind of experience that and experience the downs of last year and just learn from it and get better and grow.
When did this become a possibility? When did the GM reach out to you and kind of put this on you?
I think it was sometime last week or 2 weeks ago or something like that. So yeah.
Everyone's talked about your work ethic. I mean, from training camp till now, is that something you pride yourself on?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like that's kind of the bare minimum that you could do, and especially with the amount of talent and elite players in this locker room, I feel like that's pretty important on this team, and trying to figure out where you fit in. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job of that so far, and yeah, I feel like it's a pretty important thing.
Not a lot of players from Florida. Do you feel accomplished being one of those players from Florida and where you've gotten to at such a young age now?
Yeah, absolutely. Some Canadian blood in me, but yeah, being from Florida, it's pretty cool, and obviously a non-traditional hockey market, and yeah, I think it's just cool to be a role model for those kids down there, and it's growing like crazy. A lot of ex-players are moving down there, and so it's pretty cool to have that kind of thing to look up to for young kids and know that they could do it, and yeah, very fortunate.
Back to the trade, did you feel like they gave up on you? Did that put a chip on your shoulder? Like, what was your thoughts?
I think it definitely helps put a chip on my shoulder for sure. I think going through something like that, that young and kind of experiencing that already is a positive, and also negatives as well, like I said. But yeah, I think it definitely helped put a chip on my shoulder for sure.
Thank you so much.
Coming off the heels of a overtime winner, what can you say about what Gavin's done to start this season?
He got a 2 years extension?
2 years, yeah, this morning.
No way.
Yeah,
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, just
Unreal.
this morning when you guys were on the ice, yeah.
Yeah, super happy for him. Wow, that's awesome. He's deserved it. He came into camp, did really well, made his presence known, and I just think he's been playing the right way. He's got great details to his game, and he's been helping me out too. So super skilled with the puck as well. So he's been making plays. Obviously, you saw him, get onto the top line there, and Barry's winning overtime. So probably was our best player, I'd say, throughout the majority of the game. And yeah, super happy for him. He deserves it.
Coming into training camp, what stood out to you most about a guy like this?
I think it's just compete, work ethic, commitment to defend. Obviously pretty raw coming out of college and a couple games in the American League, and just his willingness to learn, ask questions. Yeah, he's done a really good job of just picking it up right away, and fourth line's kind of a tough game sometimes, and I know he's super skilled, and you want to make plays with the puck, and there's just opportunities where sometimes it just needs to be the safe play, and I thought he's been doing a really good job of picking his spots, making plays when he can, and being smart with it when he doesn't have plays to make. So that's kind of the biggest things that's stood out for him, for me.
How has that dynamic between the two of you kind of been working out? I know you and I had talked about working with the younger players and just kind of being versatile with different guys on your line, but you two have found a connection.
Yeah. Obviously early it's kind of tough just to get a feel for each other, Barty as well, and the more you play, I'm a big believer, you keep playing with the same guys, you'll end up finding chemistry at some point, and I think it was a New Jersey game. That was kind of our first, really good, everyone was on the same page, and it started to click, and then obviously Brins goes down, and we get a couple other guys who come up and did great with us on our line, and ever since he's been back, you missed him, so he's a great player. He's been great for our line, and I feel super lucky to be able to play with him. And like I said, I've been watching him play, and it's been, teaching me myself as well. I can hang on to pucks too and try to make plays just like he does. So he's been great, especially once we get in the offensive zone. Just super skilled and sees the ice very well.
Have you gotten to know him well off the ice? Like, what's he like as a person and a friend?
Yeah, he's great. He's actually really funny. Not that I don't think people might not know that, but super funny kid, down to earth as well. So loves to ask questions. I think he loves the game too. So been really good to hang out with him, go for a couple dinners, and get to know him.
Has the consistency of these lines in general, has that been the main key for all the momentum that the team in general is on right now? Yeah,
I think just consistency with the lines, like you said, is nice, and you get to be familiar with the faces that have you played with for a couple games, and like I said, you start to practice with them as well and start to see their tendencies, where they like to go on the ice, and then it translates over to a game. And I think we've been having really good practices the last 2 weeks here, and connecting on line rushes, really good in D zone together, getting the puck out, and that's been translating into our game. And I've really liked how we've defended, and we've been getting lucky with some good offensive zone stuff as well. And Brins has been a really good catalyst for that.
When a young guy gets traded like Brindley did, it can be a little jarring for you in your career. How do you think he's responded since he got in here? Just trying to reestablish himself in a new organization.
Yeah, I'm sure. I've never been traded, but especially to, come into a new team, I guess, like when I left Ottawa and coming to a new team, still somewhat a young guy, pretty early on in my career, I think it's very daunting coming to a new room, and obviously a team like, the Avs, good culture here. Obviously everyone sees what they've done in the past, and I thought he's done a really good job of just coming in, picking up what we've kind of built here, and they're trying to continue to build, and he's done a really good job of just coming to work every day, being willing to learn. He's not afraid to speak up to, and shoot it with the boys, and tell good stories and stuff. So yeah, he's not been shy, which is awesome to see. I think he's just been himself, and I think that's what's making him really good.
Thank you, Parker.